Alright everyone, welcome back to Black Wolf Gaming. As usual, I'm your host, Sir Wolf. And I have something really exciting to show you guys today. So, I've been playing a lot of Scrap Mechanic lately, and I have built something, and it took me over 30 hours. I have built this. I've built the greatest creation ever in Scrap Mechanic. It is absolutely beautiful, and it's wonderful, and it works perfectly. Watch this, ready? Look how beautifully and perfect it works. Look, it does exactly what... It exploded. 30 hours of work down the drain. It just exploded. I didn't even save it. Well, I guess that's it, everybody. No video. Well, I'll see all of you next time. Oh, come on. You guys didn't really think that was going to be the video, did you? No, actually, what we're here to look at today is obviously the nice creation that actually looks like it took 30 hours in the background, and that is a 1950 Pirsch tiller truck, also known as an aerial hoist. The aerial hoist among firefighters, it is designed to be a long ladder carrier. Basically, it's the vehicle you see running around with a nice long ladder on it. One of the ways to kind of tell, one of the ways to kind of tell like the tiller truck or the aerial hoist is they often have or I guess always have a co-driver in the back. Actually, before I really get into this build, there's a couple things I'd like to say. One, I'd like to give a special thanks to my new friend Levi. I've actually had to reshoot this video. He helped with the first shooting. Unfortunately, my audio was kaput. I couldn't make heads or tails of the audio, and I was so heavily lagged out. My frame rate was so low that I probably could have done better just holding up a picture of this thing up to a camera for 10 minutes. So I'm sorry, Levi, that I wasn't able to use the video that you helped me with, but I do appreciate it. The other thing I'd like to say is I'd like to dedicate this video to my grandfather. Don't worry, my grandfather, as of shooting this video, is perfectly fine, but he was a firefighter for many, many years. He first served in the Air Force, and then he served with the DoD as a firefighter and later on as a fire chief all over the world. And it is thanks to him and people like him, there are many people walking around today that got extra time. So I'd like to give a special thanks to my grandfather and all of the firefighters all over the world who work all day, every day, keeping us safe. So thank you, all of you, and a special thanks to you, Grandpa. I hope you enjoy this video. Let's go ahead and get into it. As you can see, there are switches all over the place. For the time being, I've got it up on the lift because for those who don't play Scrap Mechanic, I was about to say Space Engineers. For those who don't play Scrap Mechanic, having a vehicle up on a hoist means that all the little bits and pieces and rotors and pistons and all that kind of fun stuff, that stuff doesn't cause lag, which you will see as soon as I drop that. There we go. Yep, there it is. There's all that lag. First and foremost, we'll take a look. We'll just work this front to back. So first and foremost, we'll come over here real quick. I've got doors on either side. Here's a good look. I think this is a better look at the engine than the other side, honestly. But here we are. I'm not much of an engine guy. I'm not much of a car guy. And I couldn't honestly find that much information on the 1950 Pirsch tiller truck, except for literally one picture I had to go by. But I thought, given the era and given what I know about at least aircraft engines of the time, I thought straight six. Yeah, six. I want to make sure I actually had six. I'm like, wait, do I have seven? No. I thought straight six, diesel, maybe sort of, kind of, roughly, kind of, sort of, with the ish. I mean, if you close your eyes and cross them, it almost looks real enough. We've got a cowling on the other side, as you can see here. We've got the oil cooler, more engines, brackets, all that kind of fun stuff. I'll close that. We've got a door for the driver, as you can see here. We have on either side, here we've got a ladder, and we've got spare hose. And the ladder itself actually, if you use your imagination, sort of kind of comes out, but not really. You'll break it if you try. We've got storage compartments here. We've got equipment, first aid kits, radio. Um, let's see, we've got the co-driver position, which I'm sure you saw a moment ago, complete with ladder. Um, and you can obviously open and close from the position here. So the co-driver, for those who aren't sure, among aerial hoist trucks, when the driver is attempting to go around a corner, say in a city or something like that, obviously something that's really long, the tail end is going to trace a much smaller circle, and it requires a lot more room to turn. Well, with a rear driver, if the front driver, or the main driver, I guess you could say, wants to make a left-hand turn, the rear driver controlling the rear wheels can go ahead and track a pattern following the cab, and he does so, as you can see, by turning. If I'm going left, if you look in the cabin, my character's turning left, but my wheels are turning right, and I want to turn right, so my wheels are turning left. I have to go opposite of whatever the front one is doing, and this way it can actually take turns on things like narrow city streets, stuff like that. So a little bit of a fun fact. Drop down and close that. We've got random more equipment. Maybe if it's a snowy area or muddy area, put those down for better traction. I kind of try to use some of my imagination to make this look good. Here we've got some boots. We've got cones and crated equipment, because I guess the one thing you really wanted to fire is wooden crates in your fire truck. Sure, why not? We'll go with that. And we've got water and or oxygen. Again, some of this stuff, I mean, you kind of have to use your imagination, so just kind of go with it. But the big thing I know that everybody wants to see is the ladder. Does the ladder work? And I can assure you the ladder works to one position, because I couldn't get it to be able to move, like customize the height and stuff like that. But there we go. We can lift. We can turn out. Nice and smooth. And we can fully extend. Out you go. And if I hop up here, come on, up and over. It's a little easier to go from the other side. As you can see, you really can come up here. It's a little on the laggy side, so if it looks like everything is turning kind of choppy, I do apologize. But now that we're up here, I can go like that. There's actually a safety bar. Now, I can't just fall out. And you do have full control up here. I can go like this. I can begin bringing the ladder down. I apologize for that. I just knocked something with my mouse. I can swing the ladder back into rearward position. And I can even lower the ladder. These controls are mirrored, like I said, top and bottom, so that you can, if you so chose, operate from the ladder part of the cab on the ladder. Sorry, I can't English today. You can also operate them from the ground, and I'll go ahead and let me let me open that up again real quick. Passenger side does have control of its own door, as you can see, typical in my builds. And we'll go ahead and jump into the driver's side. Now, because of this, as of this recording, I don't have a co-driver, which Levi was my co-driver the first time around. The rear wheels aren't going to be doing anything. But if we go like this, as you can see, it's a little slow to start. It will be a little lagged out, and the wheels are going to look a little funny. My computer, I've got a little bit of a potato. You might even say it's a little bit of a YouTuber. Sorry, that was actually a joke that someone else told me earlier today. But it does get going pretty good. It has a really good turning radius, especially when the rear wheels are doing their job. Whee! But we'll go ahead and pull this to a stop real quick so I can show you there are 4 buttons that you can operate. The first one, obviously, opens and closes your door because, you know, I'm classy like that. Second one has a horn. I love that. Third one has lights, both front and back, which is kind of hard to tell from this position, but they do have lights front and back. And the fourth one, and I'm sure some of you have noticed there are lights that aren't on. This is going to take a second because it's kind of slow. I know how to make it faster, but I just didn't have the room. But if I hit number 4, wait for it. It's a very, very slow siren. Like I said, I do know how to make it faster. I just didn't have the room by the time I was all done. But it does at least have a working siren, and I do have a horn. So all the car that is in front of me will get out of my way. I'll go ahead and kill that. And as you can see, everything returns back to normal. Turn off the lights. And I will put this up on the lift. There we go. No more lag. Yeah, rotors, pistons, stuff like that do cause a lot of lag, so I apologize for that. But for those who are interested in all the fancy schmancy wiring, this is it. This is all the wiring. This is what makes this thing so heavily lagged. All the wires, all the back and forth, all the nice colorful spaghetti. So, yay. This was fun. It took probably a solid, I'd say a solid 4 hours to get all of the wiring done correctly, because sometimes I'd have to go back and change things up or move something and stuff like that. But this is all the wiring, so for those who are interested, there is that. And if you have stuck around this long, I have a small surprise. I have a small thing I would like to show all of you. Let me go ahead and get rid of this. And this is a little bit of a bonus. This is just something I built because I was bored. It does use the mod pack mod. So you will have to download that, but it's very popular, so chances are you probably have it already anyway. But it is what I call an Indian with sidecar. It's just basically a motorcycle with sidecar. But classic Indian motorcycles are by far my favorite. I'm a huge fan of motorcycles from the like early 40s to late 40s, and Indian, obviously the Indians and Harleys used by the U.S. military in World War II are my absolute favorites. I just go bananas for them. So this is a little bit of a tribute to those. There are no shocks, so it is kind of a rough ride. It is a little slow to start. I had to turn the engine way down because too high, and it tends to flip. But it's very, very simple. Got a horn. And we've got lights. That's it. That's basically it. Secondary position has nothing but basically just to ride around. That's it. That's the whole point of it. And I also am also aware that the engine doesn't actually go at the back of the sidecar. It would actually go underneath. But I couldn't fit that engine underneath the motorcycle, so it had to go to the back. So sue me. I'm sorry, but yeah, this was just a little bit of a bonus for those who made it all the way to the end of the video. But I appreciate all of you joining me here today. I hope you enjoyed. If you have an idea for a build you'd like me to build, or a build you would like me to review, leave it in the comments below. You can also tweet me at Black Wolf Games. That's Black WULFEGAMES on Twitter. I'm on there quite a bit, and I always like to check and see when someone has tweeted to me, has sent me a Twitter. I got sent to Twitter. But thank you everybody for joining me. I hope you had fun. With any luck, this will be the last time I have to shoot this video. I've had to do it several times because my audio keeps interrupting. Yay! Oh look! I think I found parts from when I built the motorcycle. There you go. Pieces, parts. Proof I really built it. No, thank you everybody for joining me, and I hope you guys had fun. As usual, I'm your host, Sir Wolf. This has been Black Wolf Games, and I look forward to seeing all of you again in the very next episode. Have yourselves a wonderful day.